Hi guys, so today I'm going to take you through a step-by-step of a card that was shown on Create and Craft TV today. For this card we will be using the new Imala stamps, so we're using Trendy and Why Not, and we'll be using the Stand Out from a previous range. We also will be using the Carter watercolour card, available on the Stamps by Me website or Create and Craft TV. VersaFine black ink, Distress Oxides, this one is Seedless Preserve, it's one of my favourite colours. We'll be using the Stamps by Me American Smooth Glitter. So to start off with, we're going to take some of the Carter watercolour card, and it's cut down to just over 9 by 7 roughly. I'm going to pop that in place. Then we're going to take the stamp, I'm going to centralise that like so. Pop that onto your Eureka lid, and what we're going to do is we're going to use our Distress Oxides and we're going to use that on the stamp. So I've just lifted my lid up a bit because otherwise you'll hear it tapping on my glass mat. And then we're going to bring that over and we're going to do it twice just so we get a good coverage. I'm just going to wipe that bit off the top there we go. So whilst this ink stays wet for a little while, so whilst it's still wet, what you're going to do is take it out, and then we're going to give it a spritz with some water, and instantly you see the water is making so leave that for a couple of seconds, just let it do its stuff, and then with a rag I'm just going to pick up the water. Actually I might use a bit of kitchen roll, and I'm just going to pick up any excess water that's just lying on the top. So I've still got a few little bits here that I want to just lighten a bit, so I'll just give it another spray with some water. Give it another minute, and then just go over it with my kitchen roll. When I've done that, I'm just going to give it a quick blast with the heat tool. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry, but just a little bit drier than it was. So you can see now we've got that lovely effect around the shoes there, like so. So I'm going to pop that back into the Eureka now. And we're going to use the Why Not stamp. So I will be using, it comes with two ladies, but I'm going to be using the one with trousers on, not the one with skirts, but you can use the one with skirts if you want to. And I'm just going to centralise it there between the feet and between the legs. Let me just wipe that bit of, there we go. So then again, attach it to the Eureka lid, and then you need to use your VersaFine black ink for here. So give her a good inking up. Let me hold that up. So you might need to give her two, because it's on the watercolour card, you might need to give her a couple of goes with your ink pad. So just press firmly, a little bit firmer than what you normally would, because you're on the card to card. And there she is. I think I'll just go over once more, just because she's a bit faint there in the centre. There we go. So then you can take her out, and then you can pop your Eureka to one side. So I'll just give that ink a little blast off. So then we're going to colour it then with the same ink. So I'm just going to smidge a bit onto my glass mat, and this is a Seedless Preserve again, and I'm going to give her a little bit of a spray in there. And I'm going to pick some up. I'm just going to paint her in. Like so. You can have this as strong or as light as you want. You don't have to have it too dark if you don't want to. So just colour it in. If you go outside the lines, there's no need to worry, because we're using the same colour for the whole thing. So just gives that a bit more depth there, like that. And I'm going to do the same with his shoes. And his jacket. I just want that a little bit darker, so I'm just going to... That's better. I haven't tried it with normal distress inks, but if you've got oxides in your stash, I think most of us have got oxides now. There we go. There she is, like so. So just give that a little bit of a dry off now. Okay. So then next what I have done, what I'm going to do is use a stencil out of my stash and a bit of cut and dry. And I'm going to just create a little border going around the edge of the card. So just a bit of cut and dry. So this stencil is just one I've got in my stash. I'm sure you've got loads of stencils in your stash there. So it's going to create that border. So I'm actually going to turn that round, and I'm going to do the same in this top corner. It's a bit high, but there we go. So I'm going to do the same again, cut and dry. fill in all the areas like so. There we go, just put a little bit of extra detail down the bottom. Yeah. And a little bit at the top there. Like so. And then using the same bit of cut and dry, I'm just going to go around the edges. Just to take any harshness off when I apply it to my card. Okay. So now I'm going to bring my Eureka back in, and we're going to put the sentiment on it. And we're going to use the, I can't remember what this was called, Stand Out. So we're going to use the Stand Out. And the only section I want to use is the People Will Stay. So I'm going to make sure that's in the right place where I want it. And then I'm going to just pop that onto the Eureka. I'm going to use a bit of kitchen roll to mask off where I don't want it to stamp. So I'm just going to rip that in half. So I'm going to ink that up with my VersaFine again. And I only want to do that one line, like I said, People Will Stay. So, sorry, my head there. Right, so I'm just going to make sure the kitchen roll is in the right place so I don't get no transfer. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to put my kitchen roll there. Make sure that's, because the stamp is a little dirty, so it's about there. Pick my stamp up again. There we go. Remove that. Then what I've done is I've made my card and I've just made it slightly bigger. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink right around the edges of my card because I don't want it white. So I want it all tied in the same colour. So you could use any of your favourite colours. So nearly done, just a little bit more there. There you go, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of double-sided tape around the edge. So this is just tissue tape. Overlapping, cut that off. And I'm going to use a bit of glue as well, just to make sure. But because we haven't used a huge amount of water, it hasn't given the card any cockle, so it will lay pretty flat. when we glue it down. So just to go over, I used the smoother side of the card to card. For all of this. There we go. And I'm going to use a bit of glue as well. Pop it in place, like so, making sure it's centralised. There we go. There we go, and then if you want, then you can add some glitter to the vest. So just use a little bit of glue or whatever you like to use to put glitter on with. You can use your quickie glue pen if you've got one of those. I like to use just a soft gel. So I'm just going to put some of the soft gel where here top would be. Like so. Put that straight in the water. And then the American Smooth glitter over the top. I'll just give it a little pat, like so. And then just tip that back into the tub. And there you have it. So it's really, it looks like it's taken quite a long time, but it doesn't take that long. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you did. Leave me a comment or a thumbs up as well, that'd be lovely. See you again soon. Bye.